Hey, tribe. Today is one of them impromptu videos. So let's dive in. So let's dive in. I know you like impromptu video. Yeah. This actually came up in a conversation that we were having in one of my group chats. And I don't know about y'all, but like, I don't have those type of group chats where I don't want to be a part of them or like, we just talking about nonsensical stuff and stuff like that. Like, that's not what our group chats are about. We actually have fun and great talk and edifying talks in our group chat. And one of the questions that came up is, how do you enjoy life even when you're in the thick of things, even when you're going through things and you like, what am I supposed to do with this? And I would tell you, I know all too well of what that feeling is. And I believe that we go through these ebbs and flows, especially like when you're coming into a dramatically different season, especially like when you changing times in your life. So like when you're going from your 20s to your 30s and your 30s to your 40s, as you begin to transition into another phase of life, this often happens. Or say you have children or you get married or get divorced or whatever, any major type of transition like that also puts us in a position where it can be really uncomfortable and you like, well, I'm not enjoying life like I used to, or it seems like you have more cloudy days than sunny days. And something that I've been implementing recently is in my journal, I like to create monuments. So I was reading, and this is for anybody that kind of knows the story. I'm gonna kind of paraphrase it, but in the Bible, in the Old Testament, they would put up monuments so that they would remember the things that God did for them, and so that when times get hard or you get forgetful and you start smelling yourself and thinking you know everything and thinking that it's all you doing stuff, that these monuments are a reminder of the things that God has done for you, and also to me a reminder that this is where I was, this is where I am now, and where am I trying to go moving forward. I think a lot of times that we as humans always want to remain in a comfort zone, right? We always want to stay comfortable, and it's the discomfort that causes us to change, because without the discomfort, we'd never change. We'd always stay the same. We always stay doing the same thing, eating the same thing, just never growing, right? If the same thing works in nature, then why wouldn't it work for us? We have to realize that sometimes when we get into uncomfortable places, it's because it's time to do something different. It's time to go to the next level. It's time to move on to something else. And what I share with my sister friend is that a lot of times I find that as you get older, you find that things that used to be really important to you just aren't as important anymore. And that social media has a way of magnifying things that aren't really important or may not be important to you anymore. And that's why I love this season, because this is a reflective season. In the wintertime, it is a perfect time to get reflective and just be like, okay, what is it that I really want? Where am I really trying to go? Who is the person that I'm trying to be? And for me, that's pretty much where I'm reflecting right now, is that moving forward, who is Jocelyn? Who is the woman that I want to be now moving forward? Because we all go through these phases where we evolve, where the clothes ain't working no more. I don't like nothing in my closet. Now I care more about my skin. Now I care more about this or that and the third, and things aren't as important. Same thing with my schedule. Something that I've known, I've always tell you guys to make sure that you have a top three. But in this slower season right now, I really only have a top two, because I don't have the time to put in to three things per day, because the things that are important are actually really important. And because I care about things being done in excellence, I have to make sure that I am putting forth the proper effort into the things that I'm doing daily. So if it's, I like I said before, I have Fridays where on my Fridays, that's my catch all day. So whatever I didn't get throughout the week, that's the day that I catch up on things. And then the holidays often complicate things because now you have family over. Now, you having more leisure time. And sometimes some things just aren't as important in times like that. It's more important for you to spend time with your family and to learn more about them and learn more about yourself than it is to go crazy about why this isn't clean perfectly, or who didn't go get this from the grocery store. Just, you know what I mean? Just random stuff like that. But in seasons like this, I love to reflect and look back at my journal, especially it's the end of the year. So, what happened throughout the year? What things am I proud of? What things am I not so proud of, but actually grown away from? What things have helped me to grow into the woman that I am? And what do I want to take into this next year to say, this is an example of something that I'm going to use to help me to become a better woman, or to be a better role model, a better mother, a better wife, a better person as a whole. Who is it that I want to be? And what are the good habits that I can take with me? I think that sometimes we forget to celebrate the fact that we've overcome some things. We forget to celebrate the fact that we are changing, that we are growing, and that we aren't staying stagnant, but we rather pout about it because we just like, well, I don't want to do that. It's a lot of things that we got to do that we don't want to do. I don't want to go to the grocery store all the time. But how else are we going to eat unless I go get the groceries, right? Like, it's just some things that, we can make light of, but we can also focus on what's really important. And things like that really do change sometimes. So we can't be afraid of the change. And it helps to reflect, to look back and say, wow, I've really passed this. So then when you're going through things, it makes it a little bit easier. I'm not saying that it'll totally wipe it out, but it will give you the joy that you need to keep moving so that you're not staying stagnant and you're not like, well, oh, it's just rainy all the time. Like the song say, sunny days. Everybody loves them. But tell me, baby, can you stay in the rain? I don't know. I can't. I don't want to sing it because I don't want no copyright. But you get what I'm saying. Like, we have to think about that even the rainy days help us to grow. So we can't look at it as that we're going to be forever in this place. The day changes every day. And that means that it is a new opportunity for things to get better and for us to reflect and say, you know what? Today actually is better than it was yesterday. What is different now? What can I take with me tomorrow that'll help me to be better and to help me to get through the process of what I'm going through right now? It helps to build resilience. So I hope that these tips were helpful. I know that sometimes it's not always easy. I done been through some things this year. You hear me? But I've learned to count my blessings, to be reflective, to see the growth, and to also just trust who holds me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my personal perspective. I don't know what yours is, and I would like to know what yours is. I would love for you to share it in the comments, but that is my profession. That is my confession. That's what I do. Oh, and also I want to say too that it helps to keep a video log too. Something I started last year that I really need to get deeper into is I will often record myself, kind of talking about what's going on and what I'm looking forward to and things like that, so that it will help me to look back over the year and be like, dang, I really did do a lot. Or that thing that was super important 5 months ago, I don't forgot all about. You know what I'm saying? So you can keep a video log as well, documenting your journey and let it be personal for you. I have a folder in my phone under my gallery that's personal for me. That's like my 2024, or however you want to label it, and make sure that you're reflecting on that. So even when you don't have time to read your journal, that's something that you can listen to in the background or actually watch and remember where you were. Know who you're becoming and being okay with where you are in the present. Okay. So I hope that those tips were helpful. I love you guys to life. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.